Is she gay or is she not?
Whitney is not gay. That is a story on that. That is the basis for that. But Whitney is not gay. The only gayness I feel is when I'm happy, honey. That's it.
That's all that really matters.
That's all that matters, yes.
I know what I am and gay I'm not. So therefore,
They thought that me, oh, she just wanted to have a baby. She just wanted a man and have a baby, and this is all a joke. That ain't me. That is not me. That's maybe somebody else. I'm not gay and I'm not lesbian. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. Lesbian, gay, I'm not. Two titles I can't claim. I'm sorry. I just can't, you know?
And if you were, 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 I mean,
more power to me. I'd say, hey, this is what I am. Love me or leave me.
I feel like Whitney would have been okay had she not had to even address that shit. Like, if she could have just lived her life, showed up with her lover to places, and people just shut the fuck up, I feel like Whitney would have just been fine. But at the same time, it's like, Whitney Houston in interviews saying that she's not gay is my sleep paralysis demon. I think Whitney and Robin's relationship is like a lesbian horror story. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is a space where we are safe, cozy in our skin, and delectable. We delight in philosophy, culture, critiques, anything that I want to talk about. And as you can see on my channel banner, this page is about authenticity, identity as a woman, a black woman, a lesbian, gay, whatever you identify as. It's about being your authentic self. And so if you enjoy content like that, that gets into our identities, the way that we see the world, the way that we look at social systems, this is the place for you to be. So please hit that subscribe button. And also, please like the video. You got this far in, like the video, because clearly you liking something. And I'm dressed down today, y'all. I did my spring cleaning yesterday, and it felt so fucking good. Okay? It just feels so good to be in a clean environment, in a clean space. I feel like my head is clear because of it. Like I said, I'm dressed down today. If you one of those black people that feel like black people can't go outside and they bonnet, just go ahead and unsubscribe from my channel. Don't even you're not in a safe space, because we believe that we define our blackness here. Okay, this is some high level niggatry going on. Okay, the fuck on. This morning I woke up thinking about the documentary I Want to Dance with Somebody, the biopic of Whitney Houston. And I feel like that's her most recent one. I think the ones before it were decent, but I think I Want to Dance with Somebody was the most realistic, and that came out in 2022. And as y'all know, I got my handy dandy notebook with some notes on the things that I want to discuss. So today we're gonna go over the rumors that be what I think was the aftermath of her success and the rumor, and then the reality, I think. So strap in if you're along for the ride. Essentially, Robin and Whitney met when they were teenagers. Robin was 19, Whitney was 16, and they got a close relationship, according to Robin in her book. And that relationship not only was a friendship, it was also romantic and physical, right? They touched. I was like, she's such an old head. When I saw her interview, she was talking about the night we first touched. I was like, period. The old head lesbians just have a way with language, okay? And Lord, do y'all see Robin? Do y'all see Robin? Whitney really chose Bobby? This is why it's my sleep paralysis demon, because I was Whitney. I can't even blame her, because I was her. And mind you, this is a rumor. Disclaimer here, this is a rumor, but I think there's a little bit of truth in everything, right? And I think the fact that her estate would even release that documentary says a lot about the validity of Robin's claims, in my opinion. I didn't read Robin's book and I don't plan on it because this situation literally just makes me so sad. Like it makes like I feel like a pit in my stomach every time I see pictures of them. Like it just makes me so sad because like that's so many queer people's reality, the fact that they can't live in their truth, and it literally drives them insane. And it's so sad to see how when the rumors started, how Whitney was addressing it, and it just like the internalized homophobia just reeked from those interviews. I'm gonna insert a few of them.
Something the other day, like, yeah, she's married and she's having an affair with some woman. I don't know, So it's like now I'm married and I'm still, it's degrading. It's kind of demoralizing. You're popular, in your field and what you do. I think they're gonna you. I'm sorry. I really do. I think that's the way they deal with the media. I think that's the way they make their money, because it's not only me. There are a lot of other people they just pick with all the time, I think that when they find something that they think people are intrigued by, and I guess I'm intriguing. I don't know. I don't find myself to be that intriguing, but I guess they do.
Get you some business and leave me alone. While you're up in other folks' business, you need to try to clean up your own home. That's what that is.
I resent the hell out of it. Oh, don't get me wrong. I resent it to the utmost degree, because it's intrusive on one's life. It's not funny, although you have to laugh at it.
I can empathize and see the humanity in Whitney's decision to prioritize her public relations, her PR, over this love that she had for Robin. Now, some people might look at that and be like, that was cowardly. And two things can be true at once. I feel like the amount of pressure that is on a woman like the Whitney Houston, she was America's princess. And I'm gonna insert a clip about, her father like calling her his princess. And, this is in the biopic. Y'all need to be seen with young men. Oh my God.
You want my blessing? Go out on dates with young men. Be seen in public and photographed with young men.
Wait, Mr. Houston, are you serious?
You don't ever have to ask me that question again.
Well, I'm not gonna do that, so.
Well, that tells me just about everything I need to know now then, doesn't it? Daddy. You want me to prove you hiring this girl who has no experience in management whatsoever? Do you have any experience in person management? No.
I watched that biopic with my then girlfriend at the time, and we just cackled and kikied over that because it was just like, be seen with young men. Robin said, oh, I'm not doing it. Like, period, Robin. Stand on business, Robin. But Robin didn't stand on business, low key, because it's just like, how you have this relationship with Whitney, and I believe that they were still carrying on while she was with Bobby, because Robin wasn't playing about Whitney, okay? I feel like they were still carrying on, aka an affair, and the fact that she stood by her side is like a mass femme fatality fucking like thing in the lesbian community. I feel like, I don't know, I think it does stem from internalized homophobia. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Like, do y'all think the way that masked lesbians tend to chase straight women or women that don't accept themselves, like they're like maybe bisexual or maybe even lesbians, but they're dealing with men but for the sake of society, like, do you think, because we know for the woman that is cosplaying straightness that is internalized homophobia, but do you think it's the same thing for masked lesbians when they do that, when they chase straight women or want to turn straight women out? Like, I feel like it's a form of not only internalized homophobia but misogyny, like, because I always say there's a difference between a stud and a mass presented woman. And I love how Woody, girls, do y'all watch, is it called Staddies? I think it's called, no, Hoochie Daddies. Hoochie Daddies. Do y'all watch Hoochie Daddies? I love that. And I meant to make a video like reviewing like the seasons. I don't know what's happening with the third season. There's probably some ghetto shit going on because Woody, you can tell she from around that way. But yeah, like, in my mind, I'm like, shit, I done lost track. I didn't went on a fucking tangent. But fuck. Like I said, high level niggatry. But yeah, so like the rumors. So she sticks by Whitney's side and decides that she's gonna be her assistant. And like you see these pictures throughout her career, you can see her closeness with Robin in these pictures, and it just always makes me feel so like, ugh, like I said, it's a projection because I used to be Whitney. So growing up, I did not accept myself until maybe high school, and not even really that much then. Like I want to say by like ninth, 10th grade, I knew I liked women sexually and I wanted that, but at the same time, I was still leaving the door cracked for boys because I felt like, you can't knock it till you try it. Like everybody was like, you haven't even been with a boy yet. Like you should try it. You should try it. And girl, 26 years still ain't tried it, and I don't want to try it. Like if I really wanted, girl, you know how easy these niggas is. Let's really talk about it right now. I can get on my phone right now. Dick like DoorDash. Bitch, dick is like DoorDash. Okay. It may take 30, 45 minutes. Might come a little cold. But you gonna get some dick at your door. Like, these niggas is hot and ready like Little Caesars. Okay? Me not being able to accept myself the first time I fell in love, it was terrible. Like, it was horrible. Um, and I feel like that sticks with me. It's always stuck with me, like not being able to feel like you can accept somebody that you love. Like that's I feel like that's one of the most painful things somebody can go through in life, feeling like their love is wrong. Because I feel like love and empathy is the only thing that's gonna save us in these dark ass times that we are in. Just caring about people for the sake of caring about people, not because you're gonna get something in return, not because you're gonna be blessed, not because like karma. Like it's just just be fucking nice. Would it fucking kill y'all to share, to think of other humans as worthy for just existing, not because of what they have, not because of what they're gonna get, but just because they here with you and we all vibing together. Right?
Straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
Which raises the question, what drugs has she done and how deep did they take her?
Going into the aftermath, we know that as her career developed, she eventually addresses the allegations and then spirals into a drug addiction with Bobby Brown. So it's like after you literally denied yourself of a integral truth, like not just a truth that's just, yeah, I like chocolate, but I'm gonna tell people that I don't. Because it's less about the sexual act. That's why I feel like it's so much like stupid shit that's involved with the demonization of sexuality. Because nigga, being horny and turned on and wanting to fuck, that is a human thing. That is a natural fucking instinct. And the religious folk out here, it's like, not only are you denying yourself of a natural instinct, you're also like making it seem like it's something bad. Like it's weird to me. It's really weird and really fucking dumb. Like, and they make it about procreation, but not every woman can even have kids, even if she's heterosexual, right? So it's just so like it really pisses me off to no end how stupid people can be. And I say that as a person who believed that at one point. Like, and I know I was fucking stupid. I was stupid as fuck. I was ignorant. I didn't have any true knowledge about sexual health, sexual behavior, sexual psychology. Like, and you just believe what somebody told you. That's just how life works. But you got to take the initiative to go learn and do better on your own. And so I did that. And that's what helped me be able to accept myself. And I feel like for Whitney, it's like she was already in the public eye. She has a career. She wants to sing. Like, this is her dream. And it's like, do I give up my dream to have my lover? But I feel like her lover should have been a part of her dream. But when we demonize sexuality in a way that I feel like it strips us of our ability to find that genuine and true love when you can't even accept the fact that you want this person in that way. Like, it's really sad, and it just makes me so sad. But I'm grateful for that sadness because it reminds me of how far I've come when I think about like how I came out, what it took for me to come out, and the reaction I got when I came out. It was just like the reaction didn't even matter because I had already accepted myself and I just wanted the person I was telling to know. And I was just like, well, now it's to live my life. Like I said what it is and how I feel. Whether you accept me or not, it's none of my business. I'm on my way, right? So I think the drug addiction is really salient for me because to me that is a clear sign that Whitney was distraught and distressed over maybe not even just her career, but also her relationships in her life. Like not being accepted by your mom and your dad, like that's really, really hard. And it seems like she had good relationships with her parents. And you could tell it meant something to her. And I felt like she wanted to be good. Cause Whitney, like, I love Whitney Houston. Don't get me wrong. I love Whitney Houston. I feel like she was a solid individual just off of like her interviews and how she presented herself to the world. I feel like she really did give us a lot of her authenticity that we truly didn't deserve. Because this world is so fucking fake and phony and like, Lord, don't get me started on that. But I feel like Whitney did give us a lot of her authenticity and shit. Like she was being seen with Robin, and her daddy said you need to be seen with me. But she was being seen with Robin, and I feel like Whitney would have been okay had she not had to even address that shit. Like if she could have just lived her life, showed up with her lover to places, and people just shut the fuck up. I feel like Whitney would have just been fine. But at the same time, it's like, where do we say no? We have to fight against this. No, we have to say something because they're fighting against us. They're fighting against our abilities to be seen. Like it pisses me off to no end when I'm around somebody that's like, oh, they showing too much gay shit on TV. Like, nigga, what's the difference? And then they say, oh, the kids, the kids, the kids. Okay, the kids shouldn't be seeing straight people kiss either then. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Like, the fuck? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. The real final aftermath of it all is her dying of an overdose. And we're going to get into that further in the reality section, but just focusing on the aftermath of everything that Whitney had to go through just in regard to this relationship. I'm not going over no big spiel. I'm pretty sure the Whitney fans in the comments will add more context and things like that to the things that I'm saying, maybe even correct me if I'm wrong about some historical things that happened between Robin and Whitney. But overall, within the context of Whitney's career and within the context of this possible queer identity, we can see that Whitney clearly struggled with something and it impacted her to the point where she OD'd. And I want to say this is probably a common story in the queer community. Y'all let me know in the comments because we when people feel like an essential part of themselves is tainted or wrong, that type of self-hatred is so hard to climb out of, especially when other people around you do not validate you, don't tolerate you, don't condone you, like you're doing something that's really harming people.
Have bothered you if your daughter, Whitney, was gay?
Absolutely.
It would have bothered you? You would not have liked that?
Not at all.
Not at all. You wouldn't have condoned it or...
No.
No. So were you happy when Bobby Brown came into the picture?
No.
You weren't happy about that?
Mm-mm.
Did you think he was good for her?
No.
Did you tell her that?
Yes.
She obviously didn't listen.
Yeah, well, no, she didn't listen. I didn't.
Yeah. I just want this girl over here to eat my pussy. What's wrong with that? Like, stop hating on me and go get your pussy ate, bitch. So, like, I don't understand. Like, it's just... Y'all. Let's get into the reality, I think. Right? So, like I said, in her most recent biopic, I felt like it was really accurate in telling the story of two lesbian lovers that one didn't accept herself and the other accepted herself, but didn't know her worth, in my opinion. Because it's just like, Robin, you stood in that bitch wedding party and you was fucking her. I would have objected. I would have objected so hard, so bad. Like, people would have been like, get her. She needs to leave. You need to leave. I'm like, no, fuck this shit. She don't love this nigga. She loves me, bitch. She loves me, bitch. No, what's that song? That literally that song where he walking down the aisle, like, at her wedding. There are scenes of them living together, like, and I want to put in a snippet of a video I found on TikTok. I guess it's from like a documentary about about Whitney Houston's life, and they were saying like they got into it over her mom. She know her dad, and Whitney left, and she didn't even know they didn't know where she was living. 9 times out of 10, I think the reality was that she was living with Robin, because they show scenes in this biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody, when she's living with Robin, and her dad even says like, y'all been shacking up, basically being seen, glistening and glowing like two fine ass lesbians. Like, no, we need you to be seen with young men. Overall, I think the reality was they met, they fell in love. Whitney shot up into stardom, wanted her around because she loved her, was in love with her, was actively in a relationship with her. And as her stardom rose, they were like, no, we need to present this certain image of you. This is PR. You can't be seen with this woman because that's not acceptable and not to your core audience, I'm assuming. So yeah, basically you're America's princess and America is white hegemonic, patriarchal, and believes in the nuclear family at that time. So yeah, and I think that that's interesting. In those interviews, she's like, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm not gay, I'm not lesbian, I can't be that. Exactly. Not, and you couldn't be that and be Whitney Houston. And that's the sad part. So, and it's crazy because Whitney used her real name as her stage name, Whitney Houston, but the people closest to her call her Nippy. So it's kind of like, I can see from Whitney's experience her own fucking identity becoming something that was commodified and commercialized. And at that point, you're just a money bag, a dollar sign, and no longer a human. And the human version of her, Nippy, she felt like she had to separate herself from, say no to, and that'll send anybody into a psychosis and eventually death. Because at that point, it's like you're not even being who you are. You're being a concept, an item that's sold to people. And that's really, really fucking depressing. So I think that's the saddest part of this story that leaves a knot in my stomach, because I feel like I could have been Whitney. I could have been somebody who felt like the only option was to surrender myself. And I didn't. I said, fuck it. You either gonna love me or hate me. And that's what Whitney said. She said, if I was gay, I would own it. I would own it. Would you? Would you? We may never know. Well, that's it, y'all. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video. You got this far, you better like this motherfucking video. Okay? Put in some time and effort into this, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe. Come back, please. Even after I just threatened you because you love me. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.